Welcome to Star Watch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. What if one private moment, just two friends at the gym, could shake the internet, melt millions of hearts, and spark a global conversation about trust, privacy, and brotherhood? This isn't a scene from a drama. This is real life, and it happened to Wang Yibo Xiao Zhan. Two megastars, one leaked gym video, and the world hasn't stopped talking since. At first, it felt like a violation. A private gym video of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, two of Asia's most beloved stars, surfacing online without context, without consent. Fans were outraged. How could something so personal, so vulnerable, be exposed without warning? It seemed like another painful reminder that fame often strips away even the most basic human right. The right to be unseen when the world isn't watching. But as the clip spread, something shifted. What viewers saw wasn't scandalous. It wasn't salacious. It was two friends, breathing, laughing, training. There was no pretense, no performance, just raw human connection. In those few quiet moments, the world glimpsed something incredibly rare: authenticity. And maybe, just maybe, that was the very reason it struck so many hearts so deeply. The gym, often a symbol of personal transformation and solitude, became the backdrop for a moment of unfiltered brotherhood. The kind of trust that doesn't need to be declared, only shown. It was intimacy not in romance, but in presence. A shared silence, a familiar laugh, and suddenly what had begun as an invasion began to feel, strangely, like a gift. The clip forced us to confront difficult questions about privacy in the digital age. But it also offered an unexpected reminder of something beautiful. That behind every curated image, behind every celebrity persona, there are still people simply living, trying, growing together. In the end, was it a breach? Yes. But perhaps, for those who watched with open hearts, it was also something more. It was a quiet revelation, a rare glimpse into truth. And in a world hungry for something real, maybe that truth was exactly what we needed. What the video revealed wasn't just two men in a gym. It was a quiet testament to a bond that years of fame, pressure, and public scrutiny hadn't managed to break. For a few fleeting minutes, the world saw Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan not as stars, but as two individuals sharing space, rhythm, and trust. There was a softness in their energy, an ease that comes not from performance but from presence. In their casual movements, their shared silences, and the occasional burst of laughter, something deeper was at play, something that words could only barely describe. It's rare, in an industry built on spectacle, to witness something so untouched by image. There was no stage, no audience, no agenda, only two people who seemed entirely at home in each other's company. They weren't just working out. They were existing together in a moment of mutual respect and emotional safety. What made the footage so compelling wasn't its rarity, but its realness. It carried the quiet intimacy of long friendship, the kind that doesn't demand attention but commands it anyway. Their interaction spoke volumes. A slight glance, a shared rhythm in movement, an unspoken understanding. These were not rehearsed connections. They were lived. And for longtime followers of their careers, it felt like witnessing a continuation of a story that had always lived between the lines. One not shaped by scripts or rumors, but by time and quiet loyalty. In a world of fast news and faster judgments, the video stood still. It asked nothing, demanded nothing. It simply showed two people being exactly who they are when no one's supposed to be watching. And in that silence, their bond spoke louder than any headline ever could. When the video first leaked, suspicion fell fast and hard. Who would dare record such an intimate moment between two of China's most guarded stars? The initial assumption, as always, was malice. Some faceless intruder, paparazzi chasing the next scandal, a betrayal from the inside. But then, like a quiet wind shifting the mood, came a surprising truth, one that turned the entire narrative on its head. The footage, it seemed, had not been taken by a stranger, but by someone much closer. A woman, a familiar presence at the gym. someone the staff affectionately called the mother of the room, not by blood, but by spirit. She was not some hidden threat, but rather a quiet guardian, an older woman who had watched over the space and the people in it for years. And on that particular day, something in what she saw moved her. Perhaps it was their laughter, their ease, the way their movements mirrored each other without effort. So, she filmed it not for fame, not for exposure, but out of quiet affection. Her voice in the background, barely audible, held no malice. Only warmth, only pride. It wasn't a whisper of betrayal, but one of maternal joy, the kind of joy that sees beauty in simplicity and connection. What had initially felt like a violation slowly transformed into something far more complex. An unintentional act of tenderness from someone who simply wanted to preserve a moment that felt rare, even to her. In a world so quick to assume the worst, this moment reminded us that not all leaks are born of cruelty. Sometimes they come from love, misplaced perhaps, but genuine. And in that revelation, the clip became not just a controversy, but a quiet tribute to the human need to witness and remember. There was something about that clip, something quiet, something unspoken, that transcended language, geography, and culture. It wasn't just a moment caught on camera. It was a reflection of something deeply human. Across the United States, South Korea, Japan, France, Southeast Asia, and beyond, people weren't merely watching Wang Yibo Xiao Zhan working out. They were seeing themselves in that rare, unguarded connection. Two individuals not performing, but simply existing in trust, in rhythm, in companionship. In a world so often consumed by the curated and the calculated, the rawness of the moment struck a chord. It reminded us that beneath every headline, behind every polished social media post, lies a truth we all share. The desire to belong, to be seen without judgment, to laugh without fear. What made the clip extraordinary was not the fame of the people in it, but the ordinariness of the bond it revealed. The gentle teasing, the mutual encouragement, the silent comfort in another's presence. These are things we all crave, regardless of who we are or where we come from. And perhaps that's why the video resonated so widely, because it peeled back the layers of celebrity and revealed something more universal. The beauty of honest connection. It reminded us that authenticity still matters, that stillness can be powerful, that a moment doesn't have to be grand to be meaningful. In watching them, many saw their own friendships, their own memories, or even a glimpse of the connection they wished they had. The clip became a mirror, subtle, emotional, and deeply personal, not just of Yibo and Xiao Zhan's bond, but of the human longing for something real in a world that so often feels artificial. And in that quiet recognition, it became unforgettable. When the clip first surfaced, it did more than spark conversation. It awakened something in the hearts of those who had followed Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan for years. What began as shock quickly gave way to a quiet, overwhelming wave of emotion. Fans didn't just consume the moment. They absorbed it, lived with it, and began to respond in the most human ways possible. Through creation, through reflection, through tears. Around the world, people picked up their brushes, their pens, their cameras. Artists painted watercolors capturing the softness in their postures, the laughter between reps. Writers crafted stories that expanded on the moment, not in fantasy, but in emotional truth, stories of trust, of healing, of silent loyalty. Musicians composed quiet melodies inspired by the calm strength of the footage. And even those who didn't create simply sat with it, feeling seen by a connection they were never meant to witness, but somehow understood deeply. It wasn't the grandeur of the scene that moved them. It was the simplicity. Two people unguarded. A reminder that kindness can exist in silence. That friendship doesn't always announce itself. That love, in all its forms, familial, platonic, unspoken, leaves echoes that reach far beyond the frame. Fans weren't reacting to celebrity. They were responding to something far more intimate. The reassurance that gentle, steady connection still matters in a world that often moves too fast to notice it. The flood of fan expression wasn't just a celebration. It was a kind of mourning too, for all the quiet moments we don't get to keep, for the friendships that fade, for the beauty that's often overlooked. In responding, fans weren't just honoring Yibo and Xiao Zhan. They were honoring something in themselves, something real, something rare. And yet, it sparked deeper questions too. Speech balloon: can public figures ever truly be private? Speech balloon: do fans have the right to every moment of their lives? Speech balloon: where is the line between admiration and intrusion? Wang Yibo Xiao Zhan didn't ask for the moment to go public. But now that it has, they've handled it with dignity, grace, and quiet strength. Sometimes, the most powerful stories are the ones we never meant to tell. In just a few candid frames, we saw red heart brotherhood over branding, red heart emotion over image, red heart realness over reputation. When the stage lights dim and the applause fades, what remains? Moments like this, moments of sweat and laughter, of teasing and triumph, moments that remind us that beneath the fame, they're just people, like us, seeking connection. Sparkles, if this story moved you. Speech balloon: leave a comment and share how it made you feel. Loudspeaker: subscribe to Star Watch now for more true stories from behind the spotlight. Bell: turn on the bell so you never miss a moment that matters. Thank you for watching. And until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and stay inspired. Glowing star: this is Star Watch now, where stories become stars.